We're going to start off the same way we started off this year with a definition of a function. So if you wanted to write this on your cheat sheet, you could. The definition of a function. A function is a relation or rule that assigns each input exactly one output. Okay? In terms of x and y, each x value is paired with exactly one y value. And for graphs, a graph that is a function will pass the vertical line test, meaning up and down, where any vertical line drawn on the graph will pass through only one point. All right, so in summary, a function one input, one output. Something we said in class a lot that would be really helpful for you to remember is that your x's cannot repeat. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at some problems for that. All right, if you want to try it on your own, I would go ahead and pause and try these questions out. For each one, you're just determining if each representation is a function, and please justify your answers. All right, so looking at the first one, if I was to give you a list of ordered pairs and ask you if it's a function or not, I would want you to look at all of your x values, all of your input values, and see if you see any repeating numbers. For me, I see that all of these numbers right here are different. All of the x values are different. None are repeating. So this is a function. Let's look at number 5. Again, I'm looking only at my x values, only at my inputs. In this case, I see two that are the same. I see this negative 0.2 repeating, and because the x is repeating, it is not a function. Number 6 is a little different because it's from a graph. Okay, but let's look at our definition that we wrote. A graph of a function will pass the vertical line test, where any vertical line will pass through only one point. Okay, so for number 6, I'll go ahead and do a vertical line test. I'll draw a vertical line through my graph, so a line going up and down, and I will count how many times that line touches my graph. In this case on number 6, I see that this line touches my graph 3 times. Okay, since that is more than 1, this is not a function. Take a look at number 7. Again, since it's a graph, we are going to do the vertical line test again. So I'll draw a vertical line, and I will take a look at my graph, and I will see how many times my graph touches that vertical line. In this case, it only touches it 1 time. And it doesn't matter where I draw that vertical line, anywhere that I draw it, it will only touch my graph 1 single time. Since it touches it once, this is a function. All right, let's take a look at another table. Again, I'm looking at my x values, seeing if they repeat. In this case, they are all different. And since they are all different, not repeating, this is a function. It's really important to note that here the y values are repeating. we only look at the x values for this, so it doesn't matter. It's still a function. Okay, and the last example is a mapping diagram. So to see if your x values are repeating here, you're going to take a look at those arrows coming off of it, check our x values, and in this case, for these x values, we see two separate arrows coming off of it. So each of those x values is getting used 2 times, so it is not a function. If you want to see that a little further, that top arrow I drew, that blue arrow right there, that would go to the point 6, 15. Okay, that's 6 right there, that 15 right there, and that bottom arrow would go to 6, 9. And you can see that a lot more clearly, that x value of 6 is being used twice. So that breaks our one input, one output rule and makes it not a function. All right, that's everything for function definition.